There you go. Now you're talking now.
Now we're talking. Where'd that go?
That's
What's
the compressor. They're loading up the confetti.
Oh, is that going?
Well, they're just they're compressing the air into the...
Oh, it's coming from outside. I
Yeah.
thought that was coming from inside my head.
You're going to hear some background noises, but that's how it's going to roll.
This is Paisley Nights, and we are chronicling the days of wild. This is Mark Bonde here with my co-host,
DJ Dudley D.
and we are recording from a very special spot this evening. Where are we at, Dudley D?
We're inside Paisley Park.
Inside Paisley Park, no doubt. This is happening right here, right now. Paisley Nights, recording inside Paisley Park. It's like a dream come true, Dudley D.
It is. New Year's Eve.
Yeah, what's happening tonight, man?
It's New Year's Eve. It's the funky New Year.
What year? What year is it?
Well, right now.
Because just in case people coming back in time, you know.
Yeah, if you're coming back from the future, right now it's 2019, December 31st at exactly 7:16 p.m. Doors open here in 45 minutes. Myself, DJ Dudley D, Andre Simone, Judith Hill, and the Funk Soldiers are performing. And it's a sold-out party, and it's going to be a blast.
You ready for it, man? You been prepping?
I'm so ready for it.
How we gonna bring in the new year, man? You got like a plan of attack. You got like a master plan of how the night's gonna unfold for these party people.
Well, you know, I always like to be fluid, so I do have some ideas in place, but we're going to just see how the night progresses and how the crowd reacts. And you know, you gotta be on your toes. I like to not over prepare because I like to be able to just go with the flow, be fluid.
You think they're ready for this?
It sounds like it from the social medias. Everybody's super excited for tonight.
Yeah, people coming in from all over the place. I think it's going to be an interesting vibe out here tonight. It looks like they're serving some liquor.
Yeah.
So that's a new vibe.
Yeah, there's only been a couple times where I've had alcohol out at Paisley Park, and it will be a new vibe, you know. It's always nice to get people a little bit lubricated and they get a little loose up, and they're not as afraid to cut a rug.
Yeah.
Literally cutting a rug here in the soundstage.
Yeah, because they got the rug in the soundstage. That was a recent addition. I mean, kind of in the spectrum of time and space. The rug in the soundstage came in for piano and a microphone. We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the rug, I mean, it kind of inhibits on some level the dancing vibe, but I mean, it brings a different dimension to the sound in here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it definitely makes it sound better. Less, you know, you're gonna have less sound waves flowing off of the what am I trying to say? Just the regular flat surface ground.
Makes it a little better.
Yeah, for sure. So, but I mean, if you're coming out here, you just got to be prepared to cut a rug.
Cut a rug on a rug, man. So,
Yeah.
you know, this is Paisley Nights. We're chronicling the days of wild, and Dudley D and I have been telling stories about Paisley Park. See, Prince back in the day would open up this here building that I'm sitting in right now to average folks, and there were fans like Dustin and myself who would come again and again and again to parties at Paisley Park, and this went on for decades, and there are just copious amounts of stories.
Well, let's go back for ourselves. Just 2 decades ago, we were out here. It wasn't on New Year's Eve, but it was, 1999 into the year 2000 was a huge deal for Prince, obviously, because of the song.
Yep.
1999. And we were fortunate enough to be out here for the tapings for the pay-per-view special.
Yeah, and you said tapings, like there was a couple of them, right?
Yeah, it was 2 nights back-to-back. I DJ'd both of them. I think you had a little different experience trying to get in here.
Yeah, I did not get a cozy ride up to the front door, man. It was brutal. You know, the first night wasn't too bad. The time played, and that was a cool gig. You know, I thought, they had the stunt double on a rope with Morris being the stunt double right in front of us, and, you know, our boy Keith got up on stage and danced. Like, it was a party, man, and people have probably seen, you know, the DVD of it. Now it's playing on PBS, so that was a cool night all in all with the time. Did they ever release the part where Prince came out and did Cool with them?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Dude, I don't remember if that got released or not, but that was dope because I wasn't ready for him to come out, and then he comes out to Cool, and it was just like off the chain. The other brother that was out there that night was George Clinton. You remember this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, that was like the craziest George Clinton set in the history of forever. And, you know, Jerome is bad, right? Jerome is just like, dude, that guy gets up there. He's got his mirror. He's got his little, you know, dance moves, and he's doing his thing, and George Clinton's up there, and he's like woofing into the microphone, you know. If you were new to this, you think that we were ludicrous, you know, like that whole, like, you know, vibe. And that brother's just getting on, right? Anyway, at some point, you could just see Jerome break character and be like, is this dude ever going to get off this stage? And you could just, like, sense the vibe of, like, George Clinton was on stage, and George Clinton wasn't going to leave that stage at all.
Well, I mean, that's why a lot of George Clinton songs are just like 8, 10, 12, 16 minutes long, because if George is in the mood, like, you just keep grooving, I guess.
Yeah, they it looked like they were trying to escort him off, but dude, tape was rolling, man, and they were able to do their thing.
There was one night, I mean, I remember, obviously you were outside. I remember just being freezing cold.
Oh, dude, that was
snowing.
That was the night of the main recording, right?
That was the main one.
Yeah, and I mean, see, some people talk about like the 1999 rave deal, the taping, and they talk about that metal ticket and all that. They have like these this high esteem for the 1999 recording. I remember being crabby. I remember being cold as all get up. Yes. I remember waiting in that line, and they were like, you know, it just kept waiting. It was just like waiting after waiting after waiting. And then finally we got in here. It was like 10:30, 11, and it was like uber cold. You know, it was like in the kind of the VIPs that had come in before, like this was not the hypest crowd in the world, right? It was just kind of a mellow crowd, and Prince was doing
and it was classic Paisley Park, like doors are supposed to open at 8 o'clock, and then all of a sudden it's 9:30 and they're finally opening because
10:15, 10:30. Yeah, it was crazy. And then the set,
because Prince doesn't have a watch.
Yeah, he ain't got no watch. And then the set itself was interesting too, because they kept it was short sets, right? Like they would do a couple of songs, they'd play a little deal, and then they'd break and kind of reconfigure and redo stuff, man. So it was always like, it wasn't like a fluid deal. And there wasn't much new from a content perspective.
No.
You know, it was all the stuff that we've been hearing in 98 and 99. So, you know, it's kind of just a well-produced deal.
Yeah, I mean, it was the pay-per-view for, you know.
Yeah.
We actually
ordered it that New Year.
Yeah, we actually had a party. I mean, that's like one of the last New Year's Eves I remember, like, not DJing.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been working every New Year's Eve since then. But
that party was off the chain, man.
We did have fun. I mean, after being able to be here and then actually recording it and having people over and, you know, watching the thing and how it all kind of came together on TV was cool.
Yeah, and I think it's cool now. Like 20 years later, it's like playing on PBS, and like, you know, people will be like, "Oh, have you seen this?" And I'll be like, "Oh, yeah, I was there, man."
Can you see me?
Yeah, I don't think there's a good shot of me in that one, but I mean, that was a good gig. I liked. I liked the kind of when he was playing them drums towards the end there. That was pretty. There were some tight scenes in there, and then the countdown, and you know, it was a weird gig all in all from the energy perspective. But they did their thing. You know, one memory that I had of it was how off. You probably don't even remember this because you were working. How off American Woman was when Lenny Kravitz came up. Like that was like the whole track was just like they were like either behind it or ahead it or something. But like they had to re-record that whole deal to kind of. Put it back. The magic of production, man.
Yeah, for sure.
They were making it happen. So now that you're out here, man, you got the 1999 memories. What other memories come to your mind when you're sitting in this building, just here doing your thing?
I don't know. It just kind of feels like a second home sometimes, just walking in here, especially this time when it's like before the doors open and, you know, you're chit-chatting. Takumi's here.
Takumi represent.
And it's good to see him. I mean, you know, Takumi and I were actually roommates for a couple years when I was.
Who's Takumi? For those that don't know.
For those that don't know, Takumi is a legendary guitar tech in the world of guitar teching, or just roadies in general, and people behind the scenes. And I mean, I don't know for sure how many years it was, but I would venture to say it was
8-9 years.
Yeah, 8, 9, maybe even 10 years that Takumi was Prince's not only his guitar tech, but also kind of his right-hand man. Like, you know, when we lived together, there would be, you know, moments where Takumi and I'd be just chilling, watching a movie, and the phone would ring, and it'd be Prince. And next thing you know, he's off to Sydney's restaurant to get him some asparagus. True story.
You're kidding me. That like he just get a random call at 10 o'clock at night to go get himself some asparagus?
Can you pick me up some food? I just ordered some food at Sydney's. Or no, I don't know how it would go down, but he'd be running to go grab him some stuff. And, you know, he's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, even just random times I'm in a situation and I'm meeting people who, you know, are the guitar techs or drum techs or people around, you know, that tour with people. I always ask them, like, do you know Takumi? And 9 times out of 10, they either know him or they've heard of him, and they have nothing but good things to say about him.
Yeah, he's like a legend out there. Yeah, Takumi's a good guy. It was cool seeing him in this building. You know, I've only been out here one time since Prince's passing. So this is my second go around. You know, the first time was when you DJ'd before for the Minnesota Timberwolves when they released those New City jerseys and had their party out here, and that was cool, man. But it was a bunch of tourists as far as, you know, kind of the scene was concerned. Timberwolves
fans,
ticket holders, which was cool. It was cool to see people out here, but you know, not a bunch of like Prince fans. Though you were playing the deep cuts, so much love.
Always gotta represent.
But this time it's weird because like this is like a real deal kind of party. Prince people, Prince music, and I'm really interested to check out the vibe, man. I think for me, you know, I get in this space and I definitely miss that brother, and like just the thankful for the times that we had, but kind of missing the lifestyle, man. Yeah,
it'll be good. I'm excited. I mean, personally, myself, I'm not going to be playing all Prince tonight. We're going to kind of take it back, and it's funky New Year, so we're going to play a lot of old school funk stuff and just kind of mix it up from kind of back in the day, Paisley, you know, the Paisley nights that we were out here, you know, in the late 90s, early 2000s. And I'm excited to see Andre Simone. I haven't really seen him perform too many times, so
that brother's
excited
bad,
for that. It's always good to see Judith Hill.
Yep.
And then of course the Funk Soldiers with Kip Blackshire, Kirk, and Shelby, and Adrian. Gosh, I don't even know who was all here for that.
They got a crew. I think they're rolling deep.
But they'll be throwing down all the hits and a couple deep cuts for the fans to get down to.
Yeah, I'm real excited about the Andre Simone set. I saw him play the 7th Street Entry a few years back, and dude,
that one.
The brother rocks, you know. And I mean, I think he's such a linchpin in kind of the Minneapolis sound, man. No Prince without Andre Simone, man. It wouldn't have come to be.
That's true.
So I like the history. I like that he's here. I like that he's playing Minneapolis and playing, you know. That's a good thing. So I'm pumped up about that. So what's happening in 2020 for Paisley Nights? Maybe give the people just a quick snippet of where we've been, and it's been a minute. So
it has been a minute. I mean, gosh, it's been a few months since we released an episode. Life gets after you, you know. You know, eh? Yeah? You sure? You betcha. And, you know, I moved, got a house. Mark's got his own things going on, and, you know, sometimes it's just isn't as easy for us to connect and sit down, but here we are. And
Paisley Park. We're doing some more in 2020, though. We're going to get some more episodes rolling.
Maybe
we got some interesting interviews, hopefully, that we're looking to pop. So
should we set a lofty goal of 20 episodes in 2020?
I think that's the goal, man. I think that should be it. 20 in 2020. Right. So
you heard it right here, live from Paisley Park on Paisley Nights. We're shooting for 20 episodes in the year 2020.
And this is one, so thanks for listening. We appreciate it. We're out of page 19 to go. We appreciate it, y'all. You know, keep listening, keep subscribing, like us on Facebook. You can find us on Paisley Nights. You can find us on the People of Paisley Park. We got old episodes. If this is your first listen, go check them out, man. We got interviews with some people that will tell you some amazing stories about Prince and what happened here at Paisley Park. We appreciate it. Wish y'all all the best in 2020. May good things come your way.
I got to get set up to play.
All right, let's make this thing happen. This is Paisley Nights. We are chronicling the days of wild. I am Mark Bonde here with my co-host,
DJ Dudley D.
Peace and
be wild.